friends, MD Vegan. I make a new juice recipe because today is my Gentle Juicefasting day. I have that once a week. Yeah, that's cool because these juice fasting days are an easy way to cleanse inside and to tidy up everything, body and mind. Because memories come up of forgotten things that I didn't want to do or didn't want to think about anymore, and they're in the way somehow. Yeah, like the garbage man, you know. This gentle juice fasting is a garbage man. I can throw out everything I don't need. That's cool. Also the physical cleansing also, yeah. And gentle because it's delicious. Delicious juices. I only reduce calories, not nutrients. Nutrients are great, but calories I want to reduce so the body begins to cleanse itself. It's a very easy thing. And with plenty of juices, it is easy. Yeah. So, okay, make a new juice recipe. That's because when I have this more awareness on this day, because I don't need to digest, yeah, more awareness for the things that are happening around me and my mind, I can also better create recipes. I feel the ingredients better, their benefits, how they are working in my body, how they play together. Yeah. For example, I have these amazing beet juices. Here, this is a red beet. Yeah, I already cut it into small pieces for the juicer. It's one beet. It's not that big, a big one. It's a medium one. And they have a high sugar content, super high sugar, but the sugar is hidden in the earth flavor. You know, you eat a beet and you don't think it's sweet. It tastes somewhat strange. It scratches in the throat even after some time. That's all not very pleasant. But if you refine it with a sweet and sour juice, I found all of a sudden the sugar from the beet, the hidden sugar comes out and it manifests in beautiful flavors. Are really amazing. I have never had these kind of flavors, such a surprise. And everything I add to the beet, like an orange or a mango, whatever, comes with different flavors. So there's almost nothing compares to the beet with regard to creating new flavors. It's really amazing. Well, I will go on it's very exciting. We'll go on explore these new flavors, new beet flavors. Today I make one more complex. I have another element here that is a little bit strange in the kitchen, also a little bit difficult to use, celery. You know, this is celery stalks. And we know they have a lot of salty flavor in themselves. Yeah? They have a lot of fiber, they're super healthy, but if you take too much, yeah, in a juice, it ruins the whole flavor. It tastes very strong. Yeah? And many people drink it by itself. I don't know, they like it. They say it's super healthy, they do that. Okay, but I want to have it delicious. To me it's important that I like it, I really enjoy it. I want to refine my taste buds. So I cannot take too much from the celery because it will overwhelm the other flavors. It adds a little bit of a smoky flavor. Yeah, it can be very exciting, I noticed. For example, I made a beet juice with kale recently. Yeah, that is a very strong combination, super high nutrients. Adding a little bit of celery and become a wonderful new smoky note to this very strong flavor. With the sugar from the beet and the high nutrients from the kale, you know, very strong, and then the kale and the celery made it really nice. And so I wondered, that was a new idea to me with the celery to give that spiciness, yeah, it's to the recipes. So I now try the beet with the celery again, but I have a very strong fruit base. Sweet is from apple here. It's basically apple juice today because the main ingredient is apple. These are 3 apples. You know, I cut them into juicer sized pieces. That's the only work that is really to be done when you make a juice. You have a nice juicer. All you have to do is cut the fruit and the veggies into size for the juicer. So there's 3 apples and 1 large pear that's very sweet. They have almost the same nutrients as the apples, the pears. There's one small difference. And this difference makes the pear a completely different effect. The pear helps you to wash out water from the body, yeah, and the apple helps you to wash out firm substances from the body. That's completely different, but both have the similar ingredients, very nutrients. It's very interesting. Pear and apple are a nice combination because they have these wonderful benefits. Pear is now in season, apple too. Autumn has really some nice surprises for us, apple and pears, for example. And so this is the fruit base of the juice. It's a very strong fruit base, and that's important for juices in my kitchen because this fruit base makes all kinds of vegetable juices delicious. Veggie juices by itself oftentimes have a very strong flavor, not so pleasant. And I like it pleasant, as I said before, so I take a strong juice, fruit base for the juices usually. So this is apple and pear. And then I have a very simple ingredient, that is a carrot. A carrot is also similar like the beet. It is a root vegetable with a high sugar content. But as opposed to the beet, it's very easy to juice. You just juice a carrot, that's for the beginners, you just juice a carrot and enjoy, it's so delicious. Sometimes the carrot is not even bitter, sometimes the carrot is a little bit older, yeah, because of the skin. You can wash it also or cut a little bit from the skin, then you have a sweet carrot juice, very nice. But that is very easy. And somehow the sugar does not vanish so much in the earth in the carrot. So I add the carrot here to the apple and the pear, yeah, and that's my juice. Yeah, together with the beet and the celery, these very special ingredients here. Yeah, and the last part here is to highlight everything to make the other flavors stronger. Yeah, is a good piece of ginger, 3 or 4 inches, and a lemon. I peel the lemon, cut it into small pieces, and I add lemon and ginger. Lemon and ginger, a classical pair for many recipes. They highlight and more underscore the original flavors, yeah, in the recipe. They add not so much an own flavor by themselves. They do a little bit, but they are more supporting for others. So I like this lemon and ginger refinement in many recipes. Oftentimes I begin with a recipe without them, and later in the next recipe I add lemon and ginger to see what that does to the recipe. So basic recipe, refined with lemon and ginger. That's one of the things I like to do. And this here is already a complex recipe. There are 7 ingredients, there's a lot. The minimum amount in my recipes is 3 ingredients. That's just a systematical approach. I believe if you have a systematic approach, you can achieve a goal you set yourself. You have to go systematically, step by step, persistently. That is, you use your logic, your reasoning, you make a plan, you go systematically, That is a very simple idea. I guess it's pretty common sense. And so I bring that now to making new recipes. Yeah, I have a systematic approach beginning with 3 ingredients because, just an idea, because if you have 2 ingredients, you can easily taste which is which. But because there are only 2 combinations possible. But with 3, according to math, 1 times 2 times 3 is called faculty 3, you have immediately 6 possible combinations. And these 6 are very hard for the mind to analyze. So that means, in effect, practically, you don't taste which is which. So with 3, the real complex new flavor begins. That's why I begin my recipes with 3 in this systematic way. I can also make recipes without any numbers. I just put together whatever I like. I do that all the time. And when I want to go to my kitchen lab and make a new recipe in a systematic way, I take 3 method. That's all about what I want to explain shortly about that today. It's a long topic. You can read about it in my book. It comes out soon. It will be called Take 3, Endless Vegan Variety or something like that. And you have a lot of recipes there, overview over my recipes in food categories and so on. You can see that later. But now The juice is a beginning of the book always. The juices are where I begin to explore the flavors, the easiest way. Yeah, because of the fasting, you know, the juices make it easier to feel and to experience and to analyze and to be creative. So learn to cook, to create new recipes is easy to begin with juices. It's also the first chapter in the book, the first food category. There are more chapters, but yeah. So I begin now. I will juice these these ingredients, and I come back in a moment and taste it in front of you, and then you can see what it does. Or in a moment, come back. The juice is done. It's a little bit more than a liter. You see, this is a little bit more than a liter. If this is full, and I have a little bit of juice left in the container here from the juicer, but I can taste it right now. Let's see. It looks amazing. The color is wonderful. The fragrance is nice. And the texture also, it's not too thick, not too thin. It's pretty nice. Could be a whole meal on a fasting day. Well, now, taste it. Wow. So at first I would say the balance is nice. There are enough fruit and enough veggies, so it is a very nice and pleasant flavor. The base flavor. Not too sweet, not too sour, not too bitter, nothing. Everything is there. All the flavors are there. That's very good. And I have to say, it's a classic. It is. I was making a pear juice. One of pears, a big beet. That is a classic beet juice. One of my first beet juice that worked, because beet and pear are so nice. Because the pear takes away this scratchy feeling from the beet. It's a wonderful combination. You add a little bit of lemon, it's perfect. So it's a beet pear juice. That is a really nice beet juice. But the beet flavor is still there. The pear doesn't take away the beet flavor, only the scratching. But here we have something different. We have carrots and celery in there, and apples. Lemon and ginger I don't talk about, but that is an addition. And what happens here is the flavor gets a new dimension, I would say. The celery adds a new dimension. It adds the saltiness to these flavors. So, when you have a chocolate or something sweet, a dessert, and you add a little bit of salt, it's a different experience because a new dimension comes to that, a deeper depth. Many chefs know that. A little bit of salt, salt can make a big difference. You don't taste the salt, but you taste the space, a new space. Not always nice. Sometimes you don't want this huge flavor. Sometimes you want just a pure, simple carrot flavor or something. But this can be very nice with this. And the celery does exactly that here. It's an amazing flavor. It's wonderful. The celery, the beet, and the carrot. Yeah, this is really a huge. Big flavor, full, and you have to try it. It's really delicious. I show you what it looks like. I'm really fascinated. I really found this celery idea by haphazardly. Yeah, it can be really very, very, very nice effect, changing everything, giving it a really new dimension. It's beautiful, right? It's a very nice color. It looks brilliant, red. Fresh, but not too deep, not too heavy. Almost translucent. It's a wonderful juice. Well, I have learned a lot today. The celery, and I took a lot of celery. In the first juices, I took a small amount of celery. Here I put a little more, and it's really nice. I was a little bit afraid and concerned. Too much celery. I don't know. But now I see, wow. But I guess I have to have these fruit, these lots of fruit here at the base of the juice. So that's very nice. I'm very happy now. I will drink that very slowly in sips. It takes some time because I don't want the juice to go into the system right away because I don't digest it. Yeah, the juice without the fiber. Yeah? The fiber is what we usually cannot digest. We just use it to cleanse our intestines and to give food to the bacteria in there. They're very important for our immune system, so they have a lot of jobs to do when they get the fiber. But the fiber is not so much for digestion. A little bit, yes, but not so important now. So in juice, we take the fiber out, and then the nutrients go direct into the bloodstream. And if I take it too fast, and drink it too fast because it's so delicious, all of a sudden the sugar spikes up in my blood, and the insulin gets into spike too, and then we have problems. Yeah, it can be very unpleasant. Once a week, juice fasting is absolutely no problem. If you have a lot of juices and other drinks, I need 4 liters on these days, then I feel great. Yeah. When I have too little juice, too little liquid, too little water or so, then a headache might come. And in that case, I have to eat something. Yeah. I slow the fasting down. Fasting can be very intense, yeah, it cleanses, yeah. But with slowing down the fasting, you can go back to a pleasant feeling. That's important because the pleasant feeling means that the energy flows freely in the body, and when the energy flows freely, when you feel great, the body heals itself. It can heal itself. But when the energy blocks, yeah, then the healing is blocked too. Important. So that's why I like to feel great, because then it's also then better for the whole system. Everything works better then. So yeah. So that's an easy thing to do. I drink slowly, I drink a lot, it's something to do, but I don't have all this kitchen work. Make a juice is a very simple thing, and you can make very simple juices. Yeah. Sometimes I go to bed, I quickly make a beet juice at night, some beets, some oranges, some ginger, that's enough. Takes 5 minutes, cleanse the juicer, I'm done. And it's very nice for me. I don't know what you feel about that. But sometimes I feel something, I had to have something at night, yeah. It's very light and refreshing. So juicing is very nice. But usually I eat whole food, plant-based. That means I have the whole food, and juicing is just for an exception on a fasting day. Yeah. Once a week I have this, turn everything upside down, I reboot the system, I start again. Yeah. If you want to know more about Gentle Juice Fasting, you go to Facebook. There's a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. The Gentle Juice Fasting is a special fasting method. It can be used by anybody. You don't even need to see a doctor if you do it only once a week. It's pretty much very, very easy, and you can slow it down. You don't need to be a rush or harsh or something to yourself. You just be gentle to yourself, be nice. If you feel great, that's good, then nobody would mind it, and the doctor wouldn't say anything. But other fasting methods, if it takes longer, you should see a doctor. But Gentle Juice Fasting is really very easy. And this yoga page, the Facebook page, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, there you find, I put there a new recipe every week about the fasting calendar for the best fasting days and all these things. You can go there and apply for membership, very easy. I will let you in mostly, and no problem. So yeah, the other things, I make a new recipe every day on my YouTube channel, MD Vegan, and then you can subscribe and get a new recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, MD Vegan, everywhere. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you soon.